This week on the Married to Medicine premiere.
You started it on your Instagram, and she say one more disrespectful thing, I'm giving her a cease and desist.
Somebody get this bitch off me!
The bitch be lying. Turn me loose.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. So, Married to Medicine is back with season 11. So, let's talk about the first episode. Let's get right into this. Alright, y'all, Mariah Hook's show is back, and I'm excited because this show never disappoints. It is always consistent. So, the episode begins with Cecile and Simone. They've been planning a party. So, they graduated 35 years ago, so why not revamp Freaknik? It's a popular festival that happened during spring break back in the 80s. There was actually a documentary that came out about Freaknik. I think it might have been last year on Hulu. And I remember seeing on social media that people were spotting young Cecile on that footage. So he must have really liked going to Freaknik back in the day. So, yeah, him and Simone are talking about this party, and then Cecile asks her who she's going to invite. And Simone says she's going to invite the people who she's close with, which does not include Quad. Cecile says, but after the reunion, y'all were good, right? Y'all made up. And Simone says, yeah, they started communicating again, but the problem with Quad is that she buys into the social media. So when the reunion aired, the viewers' comments got in her head, and the little progress that they had begun to make kind of all just fell apart. But Cecile, he's really trying to push a reconciliation, and he even asks her how come she always forgives Heavenly, what's the difference with Quad, why won't she forgive Quad? And Simone says that it's different because with Heavenly, she'll reach out, whereas Quad never does that. So then we see Quad. Heavenly goes to see her, she took some flowers, the vase dropped when she got there though, it shattered. So these two, one day they're besties, the other they're shading each other. I don't know, I guess they're cool this season. So Heavenly asks her how she's doing, and Quad says that after New York, she's still mad at Simone, and she's expecting an apology, which Heavenly then does herself. She apologizes to Quad right there. So, yeah. So then we see Dr. G and Sweet Tea. They're looking good, still looking very much in love, and they're putting the work in to have a baby. So they go over to Phaedra's house. It was so fun because they're going to Phaedra's house to use the pool because Sweet Tea can't swim, so Phaedra's gonna teach her, and little Aiden was there helping as well. Listen, Phaedra, she might as well start a little business teaching people how to swim, because let me tell y'all something. I am 21 years old and I cannot swim. It's so embarrassing, but if I'm ever in a situation where there's water involved, just assume I died because I can't swim. So it's okay, Sweet Tea. Lots of us can't swim. So T, she stays in the pool with Aiden after Phaedra was there a little as well. So Phaedra goes to sit with G to spill the tea on what had happened between Sweet Tea and the other lady, Heavenly. So Dr. G explained how it went down. Heavenly came at Sweet Tea, and Sweet Tea basically said, enough is a freaking enough. So she said what we all been hearing for a while, that Damon been cheating on her. The problem is Heavenly is able to dish it, but she clearly cannot take it. So she went insane after that. She brought Dr. G's practice into the mess, and she even put out a tweet. This was the most despicable thing. When Heavenly put out a tweet where she called Dr. G a a file, which that in and of itself is so bad. That's possibly the worst thing a person could be accused. That's the worst thing a person could be. So the fact that Heavenly so freely said that, I think she deserves some consequences. And Phaedra says that she needs to be held accountable for sure. So speaking of which, they are the next scene. Cecile and Simone go over to Heavenly and Damon's house. I noticed the baby milk ain't in the cabinets anymore. But they received Cecile and Simone good though. They had some hibachi downstairs, which is cool. So they got some good food, good drinks. So as they're there enjoying and whatnot, Cecile is asking, well, first he says, the food is great and everything, but then right away he asks how things are going with Lateasha and Greg. Let me tell y'all, Cecile in this first episode, he is putting just as much work as the woman of the show, and I'm here for it. They better be giving him a check. So when he asked that, Heavenly begins to say, when you come for my man, I don't play, F that. And then she says that Sweet Tea talked about her profession and she talked about her man. Very funny that she doesn't mention the fact that she got behind a screen every single Monday with messy ass Carlo King and continuously talked down on Sweet Tea about her health. I guess she forgot that. She left that out. But anyway, Heavenly flips the script and then she tells Simone that she thinks Simone should apologize to Quad, which Cecile agrees with, and I think Simone agrees as well. Simone regrets not what she meant at the reunion, but the way she said it. Just in case you don't remember, Simone had said at the reunion, they were talking about Quad and whether or not Simone had shown up, and Simone was trying to make the point that yes, she's shown up, and she said as an example, when her niece died on a pool, I was there for her. So it was definitely a harsh way of putting it from Simone's side. But Simone does say, when it happened in real time, though, Quad did still go to her dressing room to make up. So, that is one thing to consider. But, so you got Cecil over here defending Quad. And here's the thing. I'm telling y'all, he's working. He actually ended up going behind Simone's back, met up with Quad in person to invite her to the party, and Simone has no idea of this. So it is then the day of the party, and Simone and Cecile definitely put a lot of thought into this. They really want to take people back to the 80s. We see Phaedra and Toya getting ready. Now, Phaedra says she wasn't really going to Freaknik. Well, Phaedra must have been pretty young anyway, but she says she was a good Christian girl who didn't do that stuff. But she's clearly making up for lost time. We also see Heavenly and Jackie getting ready together. And then they all start arriving. They arrive in these cool cars and some low riding cars, which I knew that was part of like Chicano culture in the West Coast. I didn't know they had this over there in Atlanta too. I think the best looking one was definitely Phaedra. She definitely brought it. And the last ones to arrive were T with Dr. G, with Scott and Contessa. Contessa is back in the building. Are y'all excited to see Contessa? Let me know in the comments. So everyone was surprised that she was there, but all of them said hi. Everything was good. So Cecile and Simone get on the stage to kind of tell them all why they did the party and that they graduated. And as they're talking, everyone is making way because a car is arriving. Quad. Late like always. And Simone is in total shock because she truly did not know. Now, here's the thing. Simone has realized that Heavenly and Jackie have been quick to apologize to Quad right away now that the cameras have picked back up. So she is a little bit confused. Toya and Eugene, they're cool with Quad though. They're not beefing with her anymore. They accepted her apology at the reunion. So Simone does say hi to Quad and they hug, but that was pretty much it. This was funny. The DJ says that there's a special guest, Doug Scott, the one and only, goes up there to perform his song. And let me tell you, I love the way Contessa was bopping to him as if he were a real singer. I can't. So everyone's dancing, having a good time. Contessa asks Sweet Tea if she has talked to everyone, and Sweet Tea, yeah, I've talked to everyone except the dentist. So Sweet Tea catches Damon, and she says, hey, can I talk to you? So she says, your wife has said some reckless stuff about me, and I repeated something that she had told me. So Damon says that he doesn't hold that against her, and then Greg eventually gets there too, and then Damon says to Greg, you know me, so I don't know why you were like, not backing me up, you know me. But my thing is, and I said this last time when this happened at the reunion, and I'm still standing by it. My thing is, how the hell, when Damon at the reunion was asking Greg, do you think I cheated? How the hell is Greg supposed to know what a man is doing in his private life? Greg doesn't know that. Anyway, Heavenly gets there, and then she says, I don't need no woman talking to my man. So she already came with this bad energy. And so they are still trying to talk. Dr. G says there's been some harsh things coming from your wife. And then Sweet Tea says, yeah, and he never said anything bad about you. So that's when Heavenly gets mad at Sweet Tea, and she says to Greg, watch your wife, and then she starts to go off. Get out of my face, bring your mama to talk to me, get this bitch off of me. So Sweet Tea says, if she says one more disrespectful thing, I'm giving her a cease and desist. But then she walks away, and that's where the episode ended. Yeah, this was a lot. So definitely very good first episode. I'm glad that Married to Medicine is back. Y'all let me know your comments and thoughts about this episode. I do want to say I was a little hesitant whether or not to talk about this show, and I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I was going to cover it this show, and I was, just to be 100% transparent, I wasn't even going to mention Dr. Heavenly's name. I was just going to refer to her as the dentist. And that's only because, in all seriousness, she has personally hurt people that I know, that I care about, and she has said some despicable, harmless things on social media that I really do feel violate the oath that she takes as a doctor to cause no harm. And I think that she goes beyond the TV realm. Especially last season, she has been doing things that really spill over to people's life, and I don't want to be like, in that, but I thought about it and I was like, I'll still refer to her by her name, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be hypocritical, because she's a bad person, that doesn't mean I'm going to be a bad person. So I'll still go by it, but I'm going to let y'all know I am not for her. Now, am I telling y'all to not like her? No, so don't get it confused. Don't be all mad like, if you like her, that's amazing. I respect it, and I'm not asking you to change your mind, but don't ask me to change my mind either. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.